Yes.
Yes.
Good to have you on.
Bang.
Welcome to Bangkok.
Thanks, bro. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Your first time in Thailand?
No, it's my second time in Thailand. First time in Bangkok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were in Phuket before, right?
Yeah, I was in Phuket. Last year I was in Phuket as well. But this is my first time in Bangkok, as I said.
Yeah. There's more DJs coming out to Phuket now.
Yeah.
Like every year we see more and more.
Yeah, I think it slowly shifts. Back in the days, everyone went to South America. Now everybody's coming to Asia.
Yeah.
Apparently, you
Yeah.
didn't see this kind of shift of.
Yeah, because it was like BPM, Mexico,
BBM,
Tulum.
Mexico, Tulum. Then they were doing tours in South America, blah blah, and now everybody's switching to Asia slowly.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Maybe because it's a new market, and they want to conquer it and make a name for themselves here as well. So basically, and also people get bored, to go to the same place all the time, and they want new places to visit.
Yeah.
And actually, Thailand is quite nice, bro, and
It
the
is.
vibe is amazing. So
It's very nice. Yeah.
and I think it's like super safe. I never felt in danger the whole
I
time.
was going to
here.
say, I think safety must be a part of it
Yeah.
because there was that year with BPM where it went really downhill.
I was in the DJ booth when that happened, bro.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, at Blue Parrot. Yeah, it was a row party at Blue Parrot. Yeah. I remember like it was yesterday. Like Sydney Charles was playing, I think, and it was me, Dubfire, Chris living in the DJ booth. And when the whole thing happened, and we thought first it was an effect on the drop of the track, and then the shit hit the fan, and I don't know. It was like the stage manager took us out. We ran on the beach. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. One of those days. Yeah.
One of those days. Yeah.
I think after that, that like January, February in South America started to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so as well, because okay, you have like really, really good promoters in South America, but until now, it's not a proper like festival together. Like I don't know, thousands and thousands of tourists from Europe or I don't know to come to South America like before.
Yeah, it's a big commitment. I think coming to Thailand is a lot more like the Circo Loco party looked completely. And everyone flew over for it.
Yeah, my friends flew from Romania. A lot of my friends flew over
Yeah.
for it, and they told me they have a really good time. The party was sick. The after party was sick.
They had a holiday in
Yeah,
Thailand.
after that they went to the beach, good restaurants, good food, Muay Thai.
Yeah.
So what else do you want?
Massage.
Massages, yes, bro. So for
Yeah.
them, like Thailand is a perfect location for partying, and also, as they told me, it's like super cheap comparing to other places. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. There's even in Bangkok, there's like a growing scene.
Yeah.
As well. There's more and more DJs coming through. So yeah, I think Asia is definitely picking up. It used to be like very separate.
Yeah, I know.
But we see more producers sending tracks from like Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Bali. I mean, whether they're Indonesian or just living in Bali remotely, but we see more people trying to connect.
My first experience with Asia was in Vietnam when Episode were doing their festival in Phu Quoc. It was for 2 editions, I think, or 3 editions. So I played there twice with Dubfire. That was in 2019.
Dubfire is sick DJ.
Yeah. He was the person that helped me a lot in my career. Then I did that because I was signed at Bullet agency, his agency that time. So I was his supporting act and the up-and-coming artists, like, touring a lot with him. Then from Vietnam, we went to Japan. We had a tour in Japan for 1 week, like Tokyo, Nagoya, and Osaka, in legendary Womb. And like that was my first experience with Asia. And I have to say it was a little bit weird because, okay, in Vietnam it were a lot of tourists, so a lot of familiar faces and everybody, it was a vibe. But in Japan, everybody was like staying with their phone like this and shooting the entire set. And I was like, okay, so this is how Asia looks like. Yeah. But it evolved a lot, bro. So now,
It's like a whole thing.
Even as you know, I played Illusion with Yaya and Waf. Sick club, like production wise, sound wise, a lot of people like.
It's good.
Yeah,
like, it's like
good.
they put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's I've been out a few times and it's different, right? Because Europe has a certain rave texture.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like a bit more grotty, a bit more gritty. You know, it's like just speakers at the back.
Yeah.
You know, fog machine.
Yeah.
You just get in there.
Yeah.
Whereas I think when you go to like Asia, it's more like a high-end club.
Yeah.
So you get there's tables and there's service and you know the system's really good. But that's actually can be good at times because you get like a different sort of crowd there.
I think they got inspired a lot from Ibiza clubs. As I had a discussion with one of the managers, so they are trying to offer an experience to the consumer, you know, when tables, bottle service, whatever, like for the guy that pays the ticket and comes to their venue to have a good experience and come back again, you know. So basically what they see at Ushuaia or High or what, Pacha, they are trying to implement here as well, as I've been told by them, you know, like even the green room looks sick, bro. I felt like I was in Ushuaia backstage with a DJ booth, couches, big screen. You can see everything in the club. The music from the club was live. So I was like, okay, this reminds me of Ushuaia backstage.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
They invest a lot and that's cool. The market will grow for sure.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see more and more.
Yeah.
But like talking of clubs, Crystal Club.
Yes.
That's been a big part of your...
My career.
The whole thing, really,
The club that gave me everything, bro. I think is the most iconic club in Romania.
Yeah.
Part of Top DJ Mag 100 clubs of the world back in the days when I started to be a DJ.
Yeah. And you've been a part of that club and sort of building it up for a while,
It was
right?
my dream to play at that club, actually. Like, I don't know... It was open 2003, first time. I don't know what clubs were in UK at that time, like big clubs, like probably Ministry of Sound.
Ministry of Sound,
yeah. So probably every up-and-coming DJ, one of his dreams were to play at Ministry of Sound. For me as well, it was like when you saw on Crystal lineups, like, I don't know, Carl Cox, John Digweed, Sasha, and I'm talking the days when John Digweed were dominating the charts in DJ charts, you know what I mean? And
they were the hot stuff.
Like Son of God and things like this, you know? And for me it was like, I really needed in my career to play this club, you know?
There was a turning point for you, was it James Abilia?
Yeah.
That was a set.
Yeah, because... I was with breakdancing. I was a breakdancer. I was listening to a lot of hip hop. Okay, I was listening to electronic music as well, but not into it like I am now, you know. And we had internet at the beginning of the internet era in Romania. We had like block networks, not like now suppliers, big suppliers and everything. And then on the group chat of with my neighbors, we're talking all the time like, oh, Carl Cox is coming, Steve Lawler is coming to Crystal, this guy or that guy to Studio Martin or whatever. And I was like, bro, who the fuck are these guys? Like, you know, I'm only listening to Tupac, DMX, Notorious B.I.G., you know, stuff like this. And I went there from pure curiosity. And it was a night with James Abilia, and for me, even now, he's like the most skilled DJ I've ever met in my life. And I was amazed how one single person, I didn't understand actually how one single person can control 2,000 people and no instruments on the stage, no mic, no nothing. And I was like, and all the tracks for me were the same, like never-ending track, you know, for...
Looping.
Yeah, looping. I was like, okay. Then I went home. I download all the essential mix of Pitong. I asked my friends, okay, how do I learn more about this? And they told me, okay, just listen to essential mix. And probably were like 70, 80 gigabytes of Essential Mix. Like, I took the entire library, you know?
The whole catalog.
The whole catalog, bro. So I can learn each DJ what style of music he plays. So that's how, I don't know, I heard about Sam Fontaine, Hernan Cataneo, Dave Seaman, Deep Dish, like legends, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you really focused on the DJ sets and the journeys first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after listening to all that, like what happened to breakdancing?
I still breakdance, but I felt like this is what I have to do, you know, because I started to learn. Okay.
When was that moment? Was it a specific day where you were like?
First, I was trying to mix on my computer with that program called Virtual DJ.
Yeah, we got virtual DJ.
Oh my God, bro!
I was a virtual DJ. Yeah. Or Tractor.
Yeah, bro. No, Tractor was after that. Tractor was a luxury, you know. But
virtual DJ,
bro, it was like so hard. Then I had a breakdancer friend who his uncle was a DJ and he knew how to play turntables, CDJs 100, I think was at that time it was the new model of Pioneer, and he introduced me to his uncle, and that's how I started to learn. He took us under his wing, and we were practicing like 8 hours per day. Yeah. So that was it, bro. No, and we didn't have no BPM on the screen, no key just like now.
Pure
ear.
That's how you really learn, you know.
Yeah, bro. That's how now, after all those years, you know when it's not synced properly. You know what you have to do. You don't have to watch the screen or you push the sync button.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling, you know. Yeah. Especially when you start to play also vinyls.
Yeah.
You know exactly where you have to go.
Yeah. I started off as a dubstep DJ.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was doing vinyl. And then we had the Behringer, the CDJs.
Yeah.
And it was just burning CDs after CDs. I had this so huge. Did you ever carry around a huge case of CDs?
Of course, bro.
Yeah,
how do you think I started with the names?
And like smudges, and you're like, I think it's that one.
Everything. BPM, sometimes, everything, bro. I was burning all the CDs at 8x, so the CDJ can read it, because if you wrote them at a higher speed, the CDJs could not read the... Bro, it was an entire process.
Yeah.
Then I was... typing and printing the track list of the CD, so I have like a good image on my case to see all the tracks and everything.
Yeah. So when you were at Crystal, like you were involved in bookings, right?
After 3 years of residency, our booker left, and the owner decided, who's a better man to do the job than you, because you watch all the releases, upcoming artists. I was like, bro, I don't want to sit in an office like, okay, I will help you for a matter of time, but still, it's not like what I want to do with my life. I want to have a career as a DJ.
Yeah.
But
how did you make those decisions though on like your own, the guys that you really liked, and then what the crowd needed at the club?
At the beginning, I made some mistakes because I was booking DJs on my tastes of music. I didn't understand that owning a club, it's a business. So the club needs to make money in order to survive. And sometimes, even if it was not my taste of music, it was bringing revenue for the club. So everybody was happy. What I like, I listen at home. If I don't like it. But you need to separate things if you start to doing bookings. At the beginning, I didn't know this, so I fucked it up a couple of times, but I learned, it's a trial and error. It's a learning process.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's in the end, it's a business. So the clubs need to survive in order to be successful.
Mm-hmm. And you said once that for Romanian DJs, they struggled with competition rather than collaboration. Do you think that's sort of changed now?
No, it's still the same.
It's still the same?
Yeah. I think Romanian DJs are really one of the best DJs in the world, bro. and hands down. And I'm not saying it because I'm Romanian. Like,
Why do you think that is?
because we got our respect through hard work and music that we put out there. And I don't know where we played all over the world. We showed that we are good DJs and we made good parties and every promoter was happy.
Yeah.
I think, and we also showed respect to everyone out there. So I don't think we had beefs or problems or I don't know. But still, I think they are underappreciated first of all, by the Romanian crowd. You know, Romanians are super spoiled, and if they see a foreigner name, we go to see this one because just because he's a foreigner, they think in their mind that is, I don't know, better than this guy, and I don't know, I can see my Romanian guy 10 times per year, but it's not like this, you know?
Yeah.
And also with the new generation, all they care about is like stream numbers. You know how it works right now.
I do.
Social media bullshit and things like this. But also, they don't help each other, you know? I mean, I don't know why. Maybe because of their ego or I don't know, but I don't know how's the situation right now because I have my own crew, I have my own things, and I don't go out super much in Romania anymore, only when I have shows in my country. But the rest, I'm sitting with my crew all day in the studio, creating things or making strategies or things like this.
Yeah. What would you say to Romanian DJs that, either feel like isolated or...
Bro, to support each other and to believe in themselves, because I remember when the owner of Crystal, was telling me he wanted to book Sasha in 2003. And he wrote the agency, I forgot the big agency, UK agency that time where Sasha was. That's how actually James Abila went to Crystal, because they wanted to book Sasha, and they told him, okay, like booking form. Club, city, and they saw Romania.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is happening in Romania? Like,
Yeah.
nobody knew.
Books, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, we cannot give you Sasha, but we send the James Abilia, like, booking agent. Okay, I'm not giving you my superstar. I'm just testing the field to see how it is, in your country. Then I'll give you the rest of my rooster, like the A-game, A-list guys,
Yeah, yeah.
So imagine, like, in 2003, bro, the image of Romania was not that good in terms of electronic music,
True.
So they should be happy that they had a lot of guys that work to put Romania on the map, and now they just need to believe in themselves and work even harder and to continue the legacy that other guys started, Because the name is out there. Everybody wants to play in Romania right now. In 2003, nobody wanted to play in Romania.
It is true.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
now, basically, you just need to work because you already have a reputation and a history behind you and a well-respected scene.
Yeah, so they're like stewards of that in a way.
Yeah, most
So
of
it's
them...
like it's bigger. What you're trying to say is it's bigger than them.
Exactly.
And you need to remember that it's bigger than you, and representing the country and the scene
Bro,
is more important.
You know how it is. Today you are successful, in 3 years you don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So you have to think at the bigger picture. Like, bro, I need to step up my game to like do this for years, and forget my egos and leave all my egos behind and try to be respectful to everyone and build even more and more for the community,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You say like the egos. You mentioned it a few times.
Yeah.
Is that something like you've worked with yourself to you say you'll push it aside?
I think you met a few people in UK as well.
Of course.
Bro, as in every sport, like in sport, whatever, nobody will give you his spot for free. So you have to work hard and take it. That when the egos start to show up, between the artists. Okay, it's a meme page on Instagram called Marco Cariola.
Yeah.
And always pointing a certain DJ about the billing on the flyer and the name on the flyer, and so things like this happen between artists. This is ego. Yeah, my name is not that big. Oh, I want to be the front. I want to play from this slot to this slot. Who's playing before me? Why this guy play before me? I mean, it happens sometimes. You know.
Do you think that it's better to not behave like that, even as you grow into different levels of it? Like, still remain as humble as you can?
I think,
or do you think
staying humble is always nice, because you get the entire community respect, you know?
Yeah.
And I think the best way is to focus on yourself instead of focusing on what others do. To focus, to improve yourself as an artist all the time, on your music and everything, and the results will come.
Yeah.
It's better to spend more time evolving yourself as a brand and as an artist than to focus what that guy is doing or that guy is doing, and yeah.
You just stay in your own vibe.
Yeah. Because each artist promotes the way he feels, bro. Some of them are better in social media than music, so they push to that level, you know what I mean? Because of that, being successful on social media will get them more gigs. Others do better music than others, and so on. Each one has his own game. So better to focus on your own game than what others do.
The one that you're naturally good at.
Yeah. Or you don't feel comfortable doing it, because it might happen as well.
It's an interesting one, because some people are showmen, some people are performers, some people are more, studio wizards.
Yeah.
And then there's this middle part of social media that I think everyone struggles with. Some people not, some people do. What do you say to
I'm
people?
one of them.
Yeah. It's interesting though, because I'd look at your socials and be like, you're rocking it. Coming in, you're vlogging. Like, a lot of that is exactly what it is.
Because my team is always arguing me, like, you need to do content. You need to do content.
Oh, so they're just hammering it.
Yeah, they're hammering me every time. Like, bro, look, you're way behind with this. We need more numbers. Like, bro, I don't care about numbers. I care to put number ones.
On the tracks.
On the tracks.
Yeah.
That's your job. The rest, it's your job as a management or as an agent to get me there. My job is to make quality music as in my head. This is my opinion. My job as an artist is to make and play good music, and my tracks to be played by everyone. The rest of the job is management jobs, booking jobs, whatever. I don't need to focus more on making content than making music.
I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Because that is basically...
I think we forgot the basics a little bit.
I think so
a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it used to be, before all that, you would just mix, make music, sample, find records, get inspiration.
Exactly.
Repeat,
Bro, I was spending 2-3 days in Berlin going to Space Hall or other record store and just staying for 2 days and just searching for records.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. Do you think that's lost in the sort of younger acts?
Oh, a lot.
And they're so busy trying to make content?
I think because Pioneer made the technology so easy for me to mix for everyone. I think that was their purpose, to sell as many equipment as they can. Nowadays, even my nephew can be a DJ. If I tell him, okay, press play, push sync, that's it. And I teach him how to make transitions.
He's a DJ?
Yeah. And then he can go on TikTok or whatever and show off and do, cool content. In 2 years, I think he will be a superstar.
Yeah, that bit's sad. Good, but sad, yeah.
But bro, this is the truth.
It's the truth. Do you think then you almost need to fall in love with the process and the craft of just immersing yourself in the mixing, immersing yourself in just making the music, immersing yourself in the culture of where you want to get your samples from, doing those trips.
Yeah.
More time on that than content, thinking about your presentation, more time on what you said, making high quality music.
Yeah, bro, it's 10 times more fun in, like, I don't know, sorting tracks, search for cool tracks that nobody has, or a few people use them, looking for new samples, making studio sessions with your friends in the studio. Okay, you can put them out as a content as well, but it will be a niche content, you know what I mean? So only a specific amount of people will watch them that truly understand. For others, it will be boring because they will not understand what's happening there, you know?
Because I think before the lifestyle, the DJ got very sexy. I mean, it was always kind of cool and sexy, but it wasn't as promoted as it is today. I think there was just more time spent in the craft. Whereas I feel like younger DJs now, they're more interested in achieving the lifestyle and the outcomes of the lifestyle.
I think as we talked before, I think it's a big difference in mentality. When I became a DJ and I was like 100% sure that I want to do this for the rest of my life, my goals were different. Like I was like, oh, I need to play the C10 Terrace. I need to play Space Miami. I need to play there. That were my goals, not to make, I don't know, 20,000, 30,000 per gig or... No. My goal was to be there with the best of the world, to play with them. That was for me, you know?
Yeah.
To show that I can do it. I'm a good DJ, so I'm there with them.
Yeah.
Money or the lifestyle was the last thing on my mind back then, you know?
I think that's really important because to go through the troughs and the peaks, you need to have a commitment that's bigger than the outcome.
Oh, it's...
Like, yeah, okay, you want to play here, you want to, like, get signed to here or make this or, you know, do that, travel here. But once you do those things, then what? You know, does it unravel?
I think things come naturally after that.
Yes.
And it's only you to decide what's next for you and what's best for your career. You know? Mm-hmm. Because we were talking about this, I don't know, I remember when I listened to the first Desolate releases, like Dubfire, Ripcage, or Rosario Internulo, Sentimente with Radu Remix, I was like, bro, what is this label? It's Loco Dice label. Oh, I want to sign to this label one day. Those were the goals for us. Not like, oh, I want to go to play, I don't know, for VIP tables and make 50,000 per night. No. I want to be remembered 10 years after my retirement. This is a true goal. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it's more important.
Yeah.
For a career of a DJ.
Yeah. And, you know, starting off careers and beginners, like Take Notes, you started in 2022, right?
Yeah.
And that was with the promise of helping, you know, early stage artists, right?
That's why I started Take Notes, because when you are an up and coming DJ, and I felt it myself in my early career, yeah, you send demos to all the big labels. And months pass by, nobody replies to you.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Nothing happens, you know. It's like, oh, fuck this shit, bro. We're gonna reverse the game. Like, and I was like, okay, I don't care about your name. The track is good, it's quality. Okay, we take it out.
That's cool.
That's it.
Is the mission still the same now?
Yeah.
Because the label's grown a lot.
Yeah. Look at the label releases.
Yeah.
Imagine that, I mean, we receive all the promos on your platform, you know? And there are hundreds of them weekly.
Yeah.
But we still release once at 1 month and a half, 2 months. So the accent is still on quality. We don't care about... I could release on Take Notes once at 2 weeks. If I wanted to, but it will not be the same thing, you know?
So if you, yeah, it's still special.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why it's still for up and coming artists like, bro, I really want to release this label in my career. Is one of the most respected labels. Like, I get messages like this. Bro, I get like Even on my birthday, an young Italian producer came. He tattooed the logo of Take Notes on his hand, and I still receive pictures with people tattooing their N, like the brand mark, on their body, and say, "Bro, this is a label that changed the game, and this very respected label." And
How does that feel?
Overwhelming sometimes, because I never expected that. That was not the idea of it. The idea was like, okay, we do it our own way. That was it. We don't depend on nobody else. We just do it how we want it. Because when I was playing at Crystal, Brad was a youngster, for example, the A&R of the label, sitting in the crowd, you know? Like, he was like at the beginning of his career, but he was just frequently coming to Crystal because, as I told you,
he loved it.
Is the club that everybody wants to play in his career, or was, because now they will reopen again, but I don't know when, to be honest. And since I was doing the bookings and I also started to travel, I told Crystal team, hey, listen, for this show, put Brad Brown in the warm-up, blah, blah, blah. And he delivered it, and we became friends, you know? And that's... He introduced me to AG, and we started to make like a core.
A little crew, yeah.
Yeah, a little crew, you know?
Yeah.
Because everybody says, oh, it's easy when someone puts you there. And I was like, yeah, someone puts you there. But if you fuck it up and you don't play good, nobody will call you the second time or the third time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's important for you, okay, to take advantage of the chances that you have in your career. Because I'm not going to, for example, in Brad's case, I'm not going to come and play music for you. It's your show, bro. It's like you need to prove the crowd that you're good and you have good musically tastes. Yeah, that's how it started.
What is your A&R process like? How do you guys make decisions?
Because we receive a lot of them, like Brad sort them out, and once a week we have a studio meeting, all of us, because we have like a mini hub, like we have 3 studios in one place. So every day all of us are there most of the time if we are not traveling. And once a week when we gather in the studio, the first 2-3 hours we sit, relax, like now, take a coffee or something, and Brad is telling me, hey, I listed these tracks. What do you think? And then we listen to all of them and say, hey, this is good, this is not good, this is A side, this is B side, this is... Depends how we see things. I try to make them involve more, because at one point they will carry the torch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do this forever.
You're thinking about that. Yeah.
Bro,
you have to, yeah.
You have to. At one point, you want to live your life. Because usually life of a DJ is like starting January 1st, you play I don't know where, and then you wake up middle of September, Ibiza somehow, and you ask yourself, when the fuck did half a year pass by? What did I do?
Really?
Yeah, because all you have to do is like studio, social media, okay, go and travel to gigs. And it's a repeating process. Okay, you take some time off to take a holiday, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but if you slow down, you're going to lose everything. So you have to continue working, you know, to be there with the others.
Is there like a pressure to always be on like that?
Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I felt it like this, and sometimes it's overwhelming, and you get tired. And you have moments when you just say, fuck it. I'm not going to do anything anymore. I don't give a fuck. It's too much. I want to, I don't know, for the next 3 days, I just want to play on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's it. And watch movies.
Yeah. No, Burnout.
It came to my mind a lot of times, believe me. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you take that time? Or did you work?
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't productive anymore.
Yeah.
So if I was very nervous, I was even having small fights with the boys for small reasons. Like I wasn't good with myself because I was very tired, you know.
Yeah.
And even in creative process, I think I just released like only 2 remixes because I I was just starting like the loop. We got stuck, you know. I didn't have, okay, we need to do this, or this is the direction that we want to follow, or like, no,
Yeah.
nothing.
I think rest is important, and it's okay to take rest. It doesn't necessarily mean you're falling behind. When you were having that rest, did you feel anxious in the rest, or did you were like, nah, I just need this right now?
No, I felt I really need it because I have a working routine, like really good working routine. Most of Take Notes guys do sports. 90% of us do sports. So we wake up like 8 in the morning, doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu first.
Yeah, martial arts is a big part of your life, right?
Yeah. So at 9 we start Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training. Yeah. After that you do stretching, shower, whatever. We go to eat something, then we go to the studio. So imagine until 7, 8 in the evening. Then the next day again and again and again. Plus gigs in weekends. So imagine after a lot of like after some time you get tired, bro.
Yeah, just tired of the whole thing.
Like,
yeah.
You have meetings, calls, emails, strategies, I don't know, releases, studio session. It's like, bro, that's it. Stop.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really overwhelming at some point, but it's part of the game, and that's why I tell everyone, like, be careful how you manage your time and these kind of situations, because they will come up. 100% they will come up, because your body will get tired, bro. Your mind will get tired, and it's like, okay.
It's interesting. When was the last time you took a break?
Last year.
Last year?
Yeah, last year. Last year, as I was serious when I told you I don't want to do anything. I don't give a fuck. I just want to play PlayStation and watch movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that for 3 weeks, I think.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Bro, I was like sitting in my house playing FIFA, EAFC, whatever it's called right now, with my friends, eating junk food all day long, watching movies, sleep, and that's it.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, but it also got me lose a little bit of the, you know?
Yeah, how did it feel getting back in after that?
It's a little bit hard, to get back in the rhythm and the daily program, you know? Because the team behind you, comes and say, okay, we need to do this to recoup, and you say to yourself, oh fuck, that's a lot. How the fuck I'm gonna do that, you know?
Do you think this year you'll be more intentional about those types of recovery times? Like instead of it 3 weeks,
we made ourselves some ground rules. For example, Monday is off for everyone.
Cool.
So Monday it's you time. You do whatever the fuck you want. You go to the pool, you go to sauna, you go to whatever you need to do to recover yourself and to put your mind in order. From Tuesday to Friday, everybody's in the studio working. That's it. But 1 day per week, it's your day to do whatever you want. No phone calls, no emails, no meetings, no nothing.
This year you put that in place.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's perfect.
Really?
Perfect, bro. I swear, usually I arrive home Sunday night. I wake up in the morning at 8, I go jiu-jitsu with Brad. Then after that, I just do whatever I want the rest of the day of Monday. And nobody is telling me nothing.
Yeah, no phone.
No phone, or no nothing, no, I don't know, let's do this call, let's do this, or let's do that. I was like just sitting in my couch watching movies or going for a walk or whatever I want to do.
Yeah, I have them as well, me and George. It's a different kind of thing, but December we burnt out. We were like, done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Also, AG came up with a great idea. I was like, speaking about December, he was like, bro, you know what? From December 10 or 12, something like this, we see in January.
I think it's not spoke about enough, like resting, regulation, looking after yourself in the industry, because, you know, I don't think people understand how hard every part of the chain works. Like we're working hard to make sure everyone's tracks can get around, and then you guys are working hard to deliver your sound and be at the front. And then there's all the people behind. And obviously we get to come together sometimes, ADE, off week, Miami Music Week, or just when you meet people out. But then beyond that, there's just like this pressure, isn't it? Just like more.
Because what people see...
Sometimes with no direction, because there is no direction in electronic music. It's not like... I always say, like, when you start an electronic music career, when you decide you want to be a DJ, it's not like you go work at Google and you could be the boss. There is no ladder. There's no you just got to go and find your way.
Yeah.
But actually, when you do that, you can work even more than just like what you were doing before.
Bro, always you work more when you work for yourself. It's 10 times harder than working for someone else from 9 to 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you put the effort, how much effort you put in, the results will come. When you work for someone else, you don't, okay, at 5, the schedule is off, okay, I go home because I will take the salary at the end of the month anyway, you know what I mean? So you put way more effort when you work for yourself into you. But the pressure, is bigger and bigger because for people don't understand this, they only see the cool things. We come back to social and what you present on social media. What you present.
Only the highlights.
Yeah, the highlights.
Like
private jets, insane parties, I don't know, beautiful restaurants, locations. But
this is
nobody
what I mean.
knows the struggle behind the scenes or the pressure.
And the loneliness at times.
Bro, I had to sacrifice almost everything.
Yeah.
Who's gonna understand the life like yours? Like, oh, hey, listen, I'm gonna be away 3 weeks for South America this January. Then in December I go to Asia and Australia for another 3 weeks. And during the summer, I play Ibiza on Tuesday, Italy on Friday. Who's gonna accept this?
Mm-hmm.
There are a few people that can really understand this kind of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's most of the time it's a solo life.
Yeah, I understand that. And I think it's important to know what you're getting into as well. Especially when you're young.
Exactly.
Know what it could turn, what it can evolve into. But I hear of more discussions now about wellness, looking after yourself, taking breaks, being sober. There's way more discussions about that now. And you see more DJs modeling that behavior of being sober, not kind of combining, bringing their fitness into it, sharing that, making that a part of the dialogue. But when I speak to a lot of artists, there's still this sort of undercurrent of, it's not more. I need to do more. I need to do more. And they almost, they're doing stuff and they almost don't realize that they're already doing it and having like the experiences that they want, but they're not actually in it. They like play their sets and they're like, there wasn't enough people there. No, I wasn't like, I've had the release, the next release. So they're not present with
I know what you mean.
The craft,
yeah.
Right? It's always like to this end, but there is no end. It's like, I think to really enjoy this path in life, you actually have to have a lot more presence in every part of it, because without that, you can't, the highlights of playing the big gigs or signing the contract with the dream label. Once you sign it, that's it, it's done.
Yeah.
And working toward the next thing already immediately kind of robs you of like the fact that you're in it, you're doing it. Like it's like you are doing it.
That was what I was doing before, bro. Exactly what you're speaking about now. And not enjoying the moment and the present. Always like, we finish this, okay, what's the next project? Boom, and running from a project to another. And I started to go therapy like some time ago because I wasn't feeling better with myself, and even the therapist told me like, bro, just enjoy the moment.
So simple, isn't it?
Yeah, so simple. It seems so simple, but it's so hard sometimes, It's like, just try to enjoy the moment, bro. Life is beautiful. And time will pass by and you will regret a lot of things. Like, I don't know, going to Sydney and not seeing opera, or because sometimes we go to amazing places, but we stay in our hotels or we go to the pool or whatever, and we don't have time to visit, or we are too tired to visit, you know. And even my therapist was like, bro, just enjoy it. That's why I decided from this year, like I was telling my team, bro, even if there are less shows, I prefer to do less shows and enjoy more like the moment, and you know, and have time for myself to, like even now, you know, I was like, bro, I'm gonna stay 8 days in Thailand. I want to see Thailand. Last year I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
I just came.
So that's a change for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just came like and played. And one day I was recovering because I came straight from Australia and I was super tired. And after that I flew back home. I was like, no, fuck that. This time it's gonna be different. I want to visit Thailand. I want to enjoy the beach. I want to see places.
Yeah. And you're having a better time.
Bro, I had an amazing time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went every morning to Muay Thai, even here, you know, doing Muay Thai and things like even, I think Dice schedule is always February does a Muay Thai camp.
Really?
Yeah, in Lamai. Yeah. Now he's with Yaya and I don't know. Actually, he's playing tomorrow in Bangkok, I saw. So.
What, Dice?
Yeah. So, you know, you have to enjoy the life as well, bro, because you are lucky enough to travel all
That's
these
what
places.
I mean. Yeah, you gotta be in it.
You are already lucky enough to, like, I know, because of this career, to visit places that people only dream to visit. You know what I mean? So enjoy them. That's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll wake up at 50 years old and you say, "Oh yeah, I was there and I was there." And what did you do? Oh, nothing. I stayed in a hotel doing emails, blah blah blah, and then I go to the next destination. That's why I try to take things more slowly this year. And even doing less shows, but enjoying myself and enjoying what I do.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah, because when I was in Burnout, I wasn't enjoying anymore. As you said, you do everything robotic. Like you go to the gig, bam, bam, but you're not there.
Yeah.
You just need like, okay, I'm playing, bam, bam, okay. Where do we fly next? What's our next? Oh, okay. Oh, we have to do that. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same feeling like when you are 100% there. That's why I'm amazed some of my colleagues like doing 24 gigs, 26 gigs per month in summer. It's like, bro. It's like, you know, the most of shows I did in one summer were 14th. And I was destroyed after 14 shows.
Yeah.
Like, you could see it in my face. Don't enjoy it. And I just do it because I have to do it, and it's robotic, you know? It's like, yeah, okay, I play this track, blah, blah, and then I play this track. And it's like,
Yeah. I've heard about this a lot. Obviously, everyone wants to be at the top, where you fly around the world and you're playing shows one after the other, but there is a cost to that.
yeah, it is. Everything has a cost. It's life balance, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as I said before, for me, it's more important what I leave behind when I will retire. Not to be I don't know, to be desperate to be on the top, you know, for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And then, I don't know, people will not remember me after 10 years or 15 years after I will retire. And in the end, we are going to die, so we don't take the money with us and the planes and the private jets and everything. So,
Die with Zero.
yeah, you know?
There's a good book. It's called Die with Zero.
Oh, okay.
It's like, it's an interesting concept. It's essentially like living as many experiences as you can without this sort of classic mentality of, okay, let's accumulate loads of stuff and like, let's have all these things and leave a massive pot or a legacy. And then you restrict the life that you are living, or you say, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it when I retire.
Yeah.
And you sort of wait, you keep pushing it for the illusion of like more of whatever
Exactly.
you're chasing now.
That's what I also learned in therapy. Like, bro, okay, everybody needs money, but don't be desperate.
Yeah.
Like, enjoy living.
Yeah. Spend the money.
Yeah.
Not all of it, but there's
but
like a balance. It's like a graph, right?
Everything
like,
is a balance in life.
Yeah.
That's what yin and yang. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
You can't be too like conservative and never enjoy.
Yeah.
But you also can't be like crazy and spend it all. It's
Exactly.
Like, sweet spots in the middle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But until you reach that level, you have to learn a lot of things, and you hit with your head on the wall a lot of times, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
for me, it was like when we go to restaurants. So I'd always like see the thing I would really want to order, but then I'd go to like the next thing.
because it's too expensive.
Yeah, something like that. And then I decided last year. I was also like in like a therapy coach session, and it was like, what does the king eat? It just came out, and I was like, yeah, he eats whatever he wants, and it's like, yeah, well then just eat whatever you want. Like don't think too much about it, and it's a small shift, but. You know, now when I go out to restaurants, I actually really enjoy it because I just choose what I want to eat. Exactly. Instead of it being like a task, like, oh, I need to eat. But so I'm going to choose like the thing that is not what I actually want, but gets by. So I'm meeting it and it's robotic.
Yeah.
Because it's not the thing I actually wanted.
Exactly.
And you don't get the experience.
No, you're thinking my mind, you think about your pocket and how much you spend.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, sure.
You come from rich family?
No.
That's why you think like this.
Yeah.
Because everything that you, and the same, everything I did it on my own. Everything
Same.
I have, I have it because of my work. That's why when you go to a restaurant, you think,
Yeah.
I have to work a lot for this or for that. But
Yeah.
that's
But
how
we earn it, man.
Yeah, but that's how we were taught by family, back not having enough
parents,
money.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's in our subconscious,
Yeah.
stuck there. But
the
now,
money was always there.
Yeah.
Because, I work for myself too.
Yeah.
But it still took me a while to like enjoy it. And now that I enjoy it more, I actually have a much like, it's much, but I'd rather like enjoy that than put more away. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like that, I value that more. There's so many more restaurant experiences I remember now. I'm like, oh, yeah, that meal was so good because I had what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is what life is. And that's kind of what I was saying about Die With Zero, is like the life that you have is just a collection of experiences. And either you don't remember much of it and you have a few spikes,
Yeah.
or you're like, oh, that was so good. That was so good. That was so good. And you feel it all. I think that's what it is.
I was having a discussion with my friends, and I told them, bro, if I will be lucky and get married and have kids in one day, I want to be able to tell my grandkids or, about my memories, not how much money I made, or, you know what I mean? Like, hey, go to Thailand. See this.
Yeah, you go here, go here.
You go here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna have a great experience in that place. You're gonna, it was like,
Yeah.
I think this is
what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
In the end, we remain with memories, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
I agree.
Yeah, that's in my mindset.
So I think when I saw you at Paradise in Ibiza, it was one of my favorite sets. And really good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. My management, I have two teams, one for national and one for outside Romania,
Yeah.
And they were telling me exactly about this set, that why do you play like this? That was not your style. It was a little bit bad. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? See, that's why I remind you again that, and to all the up and coming artists, it's super important to believe in yourself, because it's not the management that plays for you, not the booking agent. You are at the DJ booth, you see the crowd, you control the crowd. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry that I interrupted you.
No, that's important. No,
Yeah.
that's important.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, that was the feedback that I got from my team after the Paradise show, that you told me that is one of the best sets, and for them was one of the worst sets. So see?
Really?
Yeah.
Serious?
Seriously. Bro.
But how did the crowd react?
That's what I told them. I said, bro, I played second room against Jamie Jones and I still had the crowd dancing.
More people were in that room, man.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's that's super important when you believe in yourself and you know exactly what you have to do, and that's it.
So always trust
Your
yourself.
instinct.
Like
Yeah.
yeah. Don't offload it too much.
Bro, if you trust yourself, you'll get everything. Doesn't matter, it will take 1 year, 2 years. Okay, you'll not get everything right now, but in time, just never doubt yourself, because you'll hear a lot of opinions from left and right, but most of them don't know shit about music or DJing, you know what I mean? And they just look at numbers and that's it.
How would you describe your sets to people?
My sets?
Yeah.
I think
Like, how do you go into it?
I
Do you-
think
do you-
I'm an adaptable, versatile DJ, because sometimes you have crowds that don't respond well to what you usually play, so you have to adapt a little bit. And usually I play 3-4 tracks and see how the crowd reacts to what style of music, and that's the way I get the answer on how should I play the entire night, you know. Always watch the dance floor, bro.
What are you looking for?
To see how people react to the tracks, bro.
In their faces or?
Their faces, their body movements, everything.
Because sometimes on the booth it just looks.
Yeah, I'm not the showman guy, you know.
Yeah.
Probably
No, to tell by the people, 'cause, like-
probably if I drink 2-3 shots of tequila, yeah, I will go crazy. But usually I'm focused and try to give 100%.
Yeah, you were dialed in when I saw
Yeah.
it at Paradise. Yeah, very dialed in.
Yeah.
Um,
Now let's get back to Paradise.
yeah.
Sorry that I interrupt you.
No, that's good. When you know the crowd is not connected to it, like, where do you go? What do you reach for? What should someone reach for if that's happening?
First of all, when they look at you, like stare at you, like for minutes, that means it's not good, you know?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, try to play known edit or something like this, just to start them like moving, and then keeping the same groove until, I don't know, they start properly dancing or things like this. Always like try to switch a little bit the sound or play one edit or something, like because sometimes, as you know, not all the crowds are into this kind of music and just come there just for the hype or for the name or things like this, you know. So you need to adapt a little bit.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. But I think more than 90% of my try to keep my signature sound and what I love to play.
Yeah.
That's, I think, how I got the respect of the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some waves, when it's longer, the same process? Because some waves is like...
Sunrise is different.
It's different, right?
Yes. Sunrise is one of the best niche festivals in the world.
Everyone says it's the best, yeah.
At Sunrise, I play what I want and when I want, and you have the time to make a proper DJ journey, like to build your set properly. Because you don't play for 1 hour and 30 minutes and all you have to play is bangers and blah, blah, blah. No, you can tell like a proper story, musically story. You can make like a proper musical journey.
How do you approach that?
I just dig to my entire collections and I don't know, tracks that are more down tempo, for example, because I always like to start slow and build my set, you know. I don't like to start like with bangers directly to... That's how I was educated, because warm-up was a very important thing in Romania when I started DJing. So first of all, you need to learn to make the warm-up. This thing got lost in these days in most of the countries. Like everybody, I don't know, plays only banging tracks at opening and things like this. So they don't know how to prepare the night for the main act, you know? And Sunways, and in generally, I just like start slower and build until the peak, you know?
When you say slow, are you talking about energy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the energy of the tracks, yeah. Like, I don't know, starting from deep house, like, you know, like just linear flat tracks, like, so I can build, like, just to keep you moving, like, from left to right, and then building to peak time tracks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why Sunways is one of the places where you can make a musical journey as a DJ. That's why you get marathon sets, I don't know, Marco 24 hours, Dice 17, Jamie Jones 14 hours, things like this, because they can explore and they have time to explore things when musical, like in other places you don't have because, okay, you need to play 1 hour and 30 minutes or 2 hours, okay, or the clubs are closing at 5 or 6 in the morning. No, in Romania it's non-stop, so.
You think that's what makes it so special for the DJs that play there? Because they get a chance to be like free.
First of all, it makes it special because was focused more on music and community instead of fancy productions, lasers. I don't know. You know what I mean? So the main focus was on music and the vibe created by the artists. And I was present. I didn't work at that time for them. I was in 2007 at the first Sunwaves. It was made in a parking lot in one tent, not even on the beach. So I know how it all started. And it was not about egos, man. It was just about music. And that's it. Just bring your fucking A game with you. Yeah. Don't bring only the hits. No, show me what you got. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your weirdness, all of it's welcome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Show me who you are as an artist. That was it. And it was that cool that, I don't know, bro, you could see half of the industry there partying.
Oh, yeah. Agents, everyone goes there.
Agents, managers,
DJs.
DJs.
All the DJs go there. Yeah.
It's
like a masterclass.
And for some of the DJs, it was a launching career thing. Like they did an amazing job at Sunways and their career skyrocketed from there.
Yeah, interesting that.
And you're always like super focused because everyone is watching you. Everyone is watching you, and you have a lot of industry there. And it's like, okay, I need to prove, and that's why I always get nervous when I play Sunways, bro.
Is that the only one you get nervous for?
Bro, when I play Sunways, I feel like a rookie.
That's cool though. That must be nice.
It's nice, but it's like until you get relaxed, you're like super tense. It's like, oh, I'm playing in my home ground. They will kill me if I'm not play good and things like this, Even when you are successful, you just, I think it's a natural thing.
Yeah. I think that's kind of cool that you still have a space where that side of you can come out. Otherwise you're like, if you're going around the whole thing just like, I'm the best, like this is easy, then you're not challenged.
Yeah.
Sunways challenges everyone.
I think it challenges everyone, and
maybe that's why it's so special because everywhere else can feel more like a show.
Yeah,
Ibiza, all these places. It's a show, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's good.
It's an entertainment industry.
People have paid a lot of money. They want an experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there are only a few places where it's back to that like challenge. Sunwaves is one of them.
Bro, even if you look at the lineup, they still use it's improperly. They still work with the same. Half of the roster is people that they played 10 years ago. So that's why I told you, like, community and music is like very important for this festival. You know what I mean? They don't like, I don't know, egos, superstar bullshit, and no, they are very grounded people. It's like, bro, let's have fun. That's all about, no? That's why even the tickets are cheap, the booze is cheap, like, even when I was telling my friends, like, for example, I don't know, when Marco did 24 Hours First in 2019, I think, where the fuck, you all over the world, tell me where you find a festival pass for 6 days with 50 euros, a beer that costs 3 euros, and you get all these big acts playing, I don't know, 10, 12, 31 hours, Bettini and Bill Patrick. And where?
Nowhere.
No. See?
Yeah.
And instead of making a rip-off festival for the, for the ravers, they try to keep the prices as low as they could.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so special.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also kind of speaks to the Romanian culture around electronic music.
Yeah.
That you really care about. Like, even at the promoter level, is still a big dedication to.
Because most of the guys think to get a lot of money in short time. We always like think long term. Okay, where will I be in 3 years? Where will I be in 5 years if I do this? Things like this.
So you've played alongside some of your favorite DJs, right?
I played with everyone, and it's not ego; it's happiness. I
Yeah.
played with.
What's it like?
All my starting career idols, plus the rest of the bigger acts in the world.
What did you learn about
Big
being in the booth with these guys? Like how they handle it?
No, with everyone that I played, like even when I played back to back with most of them, like they're super chill, super relaxed, super fun. Like, bro, let's go with the vibe. That's it. First DJ that I played back to back with actually is a UK artist that I learned a lot from him was Lee Burridge. You know?
Oh yeah, Lee Burridge.
Yeah. All day I dream. Yeah. I was a resident at, it was a place on the beach called Kudos before Sunrise and all other festivals in Mamaya. And everybody, it was a daytime because it was on the beach and everybody came for the after party there. And he always came there to play for free and have fun and enjoy. There is where I saw for the first time in my life an artist writing on his records, like, I don't know, big time track on the covers of the vinyls, you know? Smooth, vocal, groovy, like small marks to know what to use.
Descriptive.
Yeah, in different periods of your set, you know, because that was a time when you had to play long sets, not 1 hour and things like this, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, that was the first DJ that I played back to back, and it was fun, bro. It was like, bro, I was nervous as fuck, of course, because I was like, oh, it's like, bro, yeah. Like, you know, it's like, just play, bro. Let's see. We have fun. That's what's music about. That's why this thing was invented, you know, to have fun.
To dance, yeah.
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 And at Sunwaves, I remember I was going to sleep, and my colleagues were calling me. I was like, oh, Dice is calling you. It's like, what happened? The computer broke down. What? I don't know. You know, in my head.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, come on, let's play. We play back to back. I was like, bro, it's 8 in the morning. That's why you... It's like, you know, I thought something else happened. And he was like, no, I called you to come here to play back to back. So I was like, bro.
When was
From
it?
a kid looking at him at the dance floor, like, I don't know how many years ago, in the booth playing back to back with him, I was super nervous. Super, super nervous. I think first time was 2017, 18, something like this. I was super young. Yeah. Then we did an after party, me, him. I think went viral on Instagram. Me, him, Yaya, Butch. Who else?
That sounds good.
In Cali, in Colombia.
What?
Bro, it's all over the internet. Yeah, but Seth as well, the bros, Jamie. Bro, they are all super cool.
Yeah, they are.
They
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
super cool.
Do you think there's like how they handle their careers? You know, how they move through all the same things you've been talking about. Is there anything you learned from how they move through it? Or is there a common thread between all of it?
I learned a little bit from each and every one.
Yeah.
You know? From Dice, for example, I learned a lot. Actually, it was his idea to make my own label and to make my own crew.
Take notes.
Yeah. He didn't give me the name. He was like telling me, you are an idiot. You have all the assets that you need to make this thing. You are the most known, blah, 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 blah. He made like a 45 minutes discussion with me, one-on-one coaching in the hotel lobby, where I felt like it's better to give me 2 slaps and send me home than to talk. Like when Dice argues with you and speaks from very passionate.
It's hard, yeah.
It's a harsh discussion. Like, believe me, you just shut up and
Receive
and listen.
But it must have been good.
Bro, change.
Yeah, right.
Like, look what I've done, you know?
Yeah.
So from him, I took this, you know, this side, like what to do, strategy, business, blah, 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 everything. Image. Jamie is like super humble, like down to earth. Like, I love him. Like, Seth is one of the smartest men I ever met in my life. If you want to discuss with him about quantum physics, probably you will discuss with him about quantum physics because he knows about quantum physics, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, and he's like, I don't give a fuck about clothing, about this, let's do a party, let's eat this, I want to eat this junk food, I want to eat this place pizza because it's good. So it's that kind of character, like always positive, you know, and always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's the word I keep hearing, fun. They have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Not so serious.
Ali is like the Dubfire is like you can see that the good education behind the good restaurants, no phones on dinner, you know, things like this. So
Etiquette.
Exactly. So when you travel with them, you learn from each and every one of them how they are, and you can take what you think is good for you, bro. You don't have to take anything that you don't think is good, you know? I was lucky. I met some great artists in my life, and I learned a lot from each and every one of them.
I feel you on that. So, like, one of the last questions I'm going to ask you is, if you could change one thing about how the electronic music industry works today, what would it be?
I took out the sync button on Pioneer CDJs. That's one of the... I will tell clubs not to book artists based on numbers and fake followers, and to make proper researches. That's it. I think because you know, I mean, there are a lot of, as I told you, meme pages that destroys bigger artists about their fake followers and buying followers. And you know, when you're a promoter, you look only, oh, how many followers that he has. Oh, okay, let's book this one because he goes gonna sell tickets. But sometimes the reality is different. You know. Probably that's one of the things I will change in the.
So remove the sync button.
I think this changed a lot.
Pioneer, if you're listening, please remove the sync button. Bring back virtual DJ. It'll be like AI virtual DJ.
Yeah, AI virtual DJ, yeah.
Well, man, it was really good to have you on.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invitation.
And now let's go and enjoy Bangkok.
Yeah, let's go and show me. He's going to show me Bangkok, by the way.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it, bro.
Okay.
Thank you.